another episode of Alex's Toy Show on this sunny afternoon. Q&A! This is Q&A number 41. I forgot the list. It's right here. Don't worry. It's early. How we all doing? Stand by. That is some good shit. All right, Raphael! Once that we were talking about Ichiro and how I felt about him coming to the Yankees. It was pretty awesome, and you know what? He probably was past his prime, and that might be why he didn't play every day like I wondered why. Yes, I did enjoy WrestleMania, and we'll see where he plays. Yeah, he signed with the Marlins this year, so we'll see how that works out. Yes, I did enjoy WrestleMania. Yes, there was the Walking Dead season finale. Unfucking believable. I was ready for like 8 people to die, because, you know, they're crazy, and I was completely happy with the whole outcome, and I can't wait to see what they do with Morgan, because I want to say, in a sense, on a certain level, if you're familiar with Friends, there was like different levels, and on a certain level, Rick and Morgan might have been in opposite roles back when they last saw each other. So I'd like to see. I can't wait to see where that goes. Brandon Greneman wants to know a couple of things. What WrestleMania match did I like the most? What is my favorite WWE movie and why? They make movies? I'm kidding. If you could be anyone, who would it be and why? If you can be anyone in a movie, you know what? What? If you could be in any movie, who would I be and why? And what is your favorite Chuck Norris movie and why? I don't know what favorite. I mean, he did so many, and they were almost carbon copies of each other. But that Texas Walker Ranger show was pretty good, and that was on for quite a while. If I could be in any movie, who would I be? I want to say Justin posed a good question a while back, and I was going to be a Jedi who would appear in, not necessarily Star Wars Rebels. Yeah, the Star Wars Rebels, yes. And then I would later appear in episodes 7, 8, and or 9 as a Jedi who helped Ahsoka Tano in and out of the bedroom. And if I could be anyone, who would I be and why? I'd be me, because I'm awesome. And what is my favorite? I don't know if it was an actual WWE movie, but there was a Stone Cold movie that he starred in called, I want to say it was called Condemned. That was fucking killer. I don't know if you've seen it, but that was fucking awesome. I don't know what other WWE movies there were. There was the Scary Movie with Kane. It was alright. And there was, the Marine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Which, I don't know how great they were. I'm going to stick with Condemned, with Stone Cold, Steve Austin. Because he said it was awesome! That's the bottom line. And what WrestleMania match did I like the most? WrestleMania, it was last weekend, and I don't know what I liked the most. I thought each match was pretty good. I just wasn't on par with the outcomes. I think everyone in the world thought Sting was going to beat Triple H, but instead Triple H won, and they had this, burying the hatchet of NWO and I'm good. NWO and D-Generation X. I really thought Bray Wyatt was going to beat The Undertaker, but I wasn't dissatisfied with that match. It was a good match. Even Sting and Triple H was a good match. I picked Paige and AJ to win, and they did. And I had said how the Bellas really stepped up their game for that match because, there's how do I say? There's the divas and how they wrestle, but then there's divas like AJ and Paige. Wow, I can't say that. Who wrestle on another level, and it's like a step up from the average diva. Granted, they're all pretty good, but they're just a little better than usual. Emma is on that level. She can wrestle. I can't stand that she keeps getting her face thrown in the ring, in the mat. Who else? Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar was a good match. Brock kind of threw him all around, and then, Roman Reigns kind of took it all, and he's like, and he would laugh, and he's like, is that all you got? He played the ultimate Rocky versus Mr. T, and even Rocky versus Ivan Drago. He kept saying, is that all you got? Is that all you got? And then Seth Rollins came out and cashed in. I got a hair over here. Look at this hair sticking out. That's funny. I don't know. There wasn't really any one match that I thought was great. I didn't see the tag match, but ultimately I picked that right, so I'm sure it was good. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, they make a good match. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't put that together ahead of time. What else? The Royal Rumble was, I think it was kind of rushed. I think once they moved it to the pre-show, I think that was going to be a joke. I really didn't pick Big Show to win. That was kind of whatever. But no, I don't want to spend too long because we're already at 6 minutes. I liked the whole event. I didn't think any one match was greater than all the rest, but it was a good pay-per-view. Teresa, my Yankee buddy, wants to know, what movie did I see last and ended up just being disappointing at the end? Jaws 4, The Revenge. I kept waiting for that movie to get good, and it just kept slapping me in the face. Ultimately, the most disappointing movie of all time, right there. Jaws 4, The Revenge. Justin wants to know. Oh, we're going to do Justin last because we have a story. It's a good one. Rob Bailey wants to know, do you think the Deadpool movie will be any good, and do I like the character? What? Yes, do I like the character? Yes, I do like the character. I read, back in the day, I used to read Marvel Comics a lot, all through the 90s, and Deadpool got his own miniseries that carried on to, a lot of issues. And I read the whole thing, and it was great, and I can't wait. Ryan Reynolds, when I saw him in that Wolverine movie. Now, you guys got to be aware that Deadpool in the Wolverine movie is not the same Deadpool in this upcoming movie. If you're unsure about how good it's going to be, there's a trailer where Deadpool is sitting up on top of the bridge and he's singing something about all the boys come to the yard for the milkshake is something like, that rap song. And then he jumps off the bridge into the SUV where he's got to kill this guy, and it's a whole bit. You guys got to check that out. It's great. And then there's a recent interview with Ryan Reynolds and Mario Lopez. I tweeted it yesterday or the other day. Check that out. It's going to be great. Don't expect a superhero movie. Expect something more on the line of Spider-Man, only with swords and a sarcastic attitude. And now that it's rated R, he may curse. Because cursing is hilarious. Alan Notman wants to know, did I enjoy WrestleMania? Yes, goddammit. Goldberg versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd have to pick Stone Cold because he said so. Justin wants to know, did you play a lot of WCW or WWE video games when I was younger? No, I actually had only one game. It was for the regular Nintendo NES, and it was, I don't even know what it was called, but it was 8-bit, and it was just, they would walk across the screen, and the center of the screen, the ring was that was the whole screen, and you just had to climb up in and out of the ring, and you could only get back into the ring at the corners where there were steps, but that was it. We didn't have a lot of money back in the day, and, what the hell was all that? I don't know. And, so when we moved to Super Nintendo, we actually had enough money to move to Super Nintendo. That was good Christmas. And, what do I want to say? We had other interests besides wrestling where the video games made more sense to buy. Because we didn't have a lot. And then we were talking about steroids. And Irvin Santana signs his, $80 billion contract, and then he gets caught for steroids and gets suspended for 80 games. Legit 80 games. For those of you who don't know, here's this guy. Say you're signing this guy, and he's going to come pitch for you, and he's an average quality pitcher. He's not the greatest in the game. He's not the worst in the game. But in the mid-card, he's like the who would it be in wrestling? He's like the Bad News Barrett of the mid-card. Good pitcher. Has his stuff. He's got to, probably rack up a bunch of wins with a good staff behind him. Good lineup behind him. But he goes and... So you sign him for $54 million. Your baseball season is 162 games. A pitcher starts every 5 days on the average. So you get around about number 30 starts. He's suspended for 80 games. He's going to maybe start 15 starts. Here's your $54 million right there. Now, what else we were talking about, me and Justin, we were talking about steroids and, that I should tweet Jose Canseco. And conspiracy theory story starts. In Canseco's book, he goes on to say there's a little backstory. There's a lot of steroid abuse in the Texas organization. Rafael Palmeiro, Jose Canseco was there, Alex Rodriguez was there, number of other players. I can't remember their names, but in Canseco's book, he goes on to say everybody in the whole league, except for Derek Jeter, was using steroids. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But Derek Jeter definitely didn't use steroids. He did go on to say, as I'm trying to get to, that even someone in the Hall of Fame used steroids. And, it's never going to get investigated, I think. I think it's a waste of time. Now, who could it be? Now, me and my brother, if you look him up on YouTube, he's the fishing guy. He's on my list of Twitter friends. I retweeted some of his videos. Him and I were talking, and we're thinking, who could it be? Who could it be? If you do some assuming, this is a lot of assuming. Don't get me wrong. Don't go accusing anyone of being on steroids and in the Hall of Fame. Who's in the Hall of Fame that played with Jose Canseco? Let's circle around Texas. There's not many people, so we came up with Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan is an established pitcher over 20 years and whatever the hell else he pitched. If you look at his stats around I can't think of what it was. I want to say it was during the 90s. He goes from being a subpar pitcher to, oh my God, pitcher, Cy Young, like, holy cow, you can't touch this guy. I want to say his ERA went down, his strikeout count doubled, and he won. He was like a Cy Young winner. He threw a couple of no-hitters in his days there in Texas. Now, I'm not saying he's incapable. I'm just saying he's much older at this point of his career, and he's doing all this shit. Now, granted, okay, you have people like Cal Ripken, people like Derek Jeter, Don Mattingly, Wade Boggs, all very great throughout their career, very steady, very average numbers, and then you have somebody who plays even longer than all those people and just has this resurgence. It's like, holy shit. I mean, Roger Clemens is pretty damn guilty. Maybe nothing proven. I can't remember right now how that whole thing went out. But you just begin to question all the things that Roger Clemens ever did from day one. Now, he played most of his career with Boston, but he did play with the Yankees, where there was a lot of trouble with some players, and he played with the Astros, which is not far from the Texas Rangers Stadium, so, there's probably a little guilty by association there. But to figure out who that Hall of Famer is, now, Jose Canseco can be just talking. I tend to think he's telling the truth. He just won't name who that player is. And by process of elimination and where those people played in their careers, we think it was Nolan Ryan, and that's the bottom line, because we fucking said so. No, we have no proof other than, what we think and where they played with Canseco in those many years. All right, folks, that's all the Q&A. I got a Little League game to join. Q&A every Sunday. I'm going to try to stick to toy hunts every Monday. It's getting a little tough to get out, but I'm going to see what I can do. Work is, I got to work everywhere. I can't get out all the time. But I'm going to try to stick to toy hunts every Monday. If not, I'll come up with something else. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to try to make videos. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, action figure review, custom action figure review, and other fun stuff. Like this video, leave me a comment and subscribe for more.